Welcome back to gunsforgoodcoaching.com. My name is Christopher Bush. Today I'm going to be discussing new cutting edge research called diet breaks. It's fresh out of Tasmania, so University of Tasmania, but I'm going to be discussing how these diet breaks can help you lose more body fat and actually help keep it off longer, which should be huge for a lot of people. Anyway, stay tuned if either of these things interest you. So let's talk about diet breaks. All right, so diet breaks. So diet breaks are basically whenever you break up what a lot of you will consider a diet, or what us in the health industry consider a calorie deficit, with periods of returning to your maintenance. So the reason this is important, all right, so the reason this is important is what they're finding in the research, this new research that's coming out of the University of Tasmania. So what they're finding is that whenever people incorporate these diet breaks, not only do they lose more body fat for the same amount of time dieting, they actually did not regain a lot of the weight. Now, the reason this is an issue, 50% of people, guys, 50% of people regain the weight that they lose back, within a year or two after they finish their diet. And you know what? This is the biggest problem. They usually regain more weight. So if you want to lose weight and keep it off, this shows some very promising results. So anyways, what they did was they took this group of people, right? And so they subjected one group to 16 weeks of straight dieting at a caloric deficit of basically a third of their normal calories, or their maintenance calories. Not normal calories, maintenance calories. So maintenance calories are the calories where you balance out, like you don't lose body weight at that point, nor do you gain weight at that point. So that group dieted straight through 16 weeks. All right. Now the diet break group. So what they did was they did 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off for 30 weeks. So still 16 total weeks of dieting. All right. So they started with 2 weeks, they took a week off, and then they finished with 2 weeks of dieting. All right. So that's why it's 16 weeks, 14 weeks. Got it? All right. So that's what they did there. So anyways, 6 months after they finished, with both groups, they took their weight and they took the average amount of weight that they regained. Now the diet break group, guys, was able to maintain an average weight loss of 8 kilograms more than the group that dieted straight through. So 8 kilograms by 2.2 pounds, you can do the math on that one, but that's pretty significant. I think it's 17.6 pounds. So 17.6 pounds of weight that they did not regain. So other findings that they're noticing is that the diet break group maintained healthier lean muscle mass and maintained more lean muscle mass throughout the period. So what they would do with these guys is that they would diet, they would return to their maintenance calories. Now, not return to their previous maintenance calories, because if you know anything about dieting, your body adjusts your base metabolic rate to the amount of, so if you're dieting and you're or fasting, as your body sees it, your base metabolic rate lowers to meet with the amount of calories that you're taking in. So eventually, what people don't get a lot of the time is that if you're following the same diet that you lost 50 pounds on and you still haven't left that amount of diet or calories, eventually you won't lose weight anymore at those calories. Your body will just, you're done. You're not going to lose any more weight. So with the diet breaks, what they would do is they would compensate with the lowered maintenance. So they would readjust their maintenance every time that they would, and they would readjust their diet calories every period. So to make sure that they stayed consistent, but their BMR did not lower as much as the people that were on the straight calorie deficit. So that is why this is important. So for you guys, key points on this. So key points here are you're going to lose more body fat. So then if you straight fast, yes, it's going to take you longer. We'll discuss that in a second. So you're going to lose more body fat. You're going to be able to attain more lean muscle mass. And you're going to be able to keep the weight off longer. So there's other things that you can do to keep that weight off, but for all intents and purposes now, you'll be able to keep that weight off longer. So than if you went about dieting the other way. Now, you guys have to decide, is this right for me? So again, you're talking though, like with diet breaking, say like in this case, like for 16 weeks, and you're implementing these diet breaks, in order for you to do it correctly, what would normally you would do in say 16 weeks, you're going to stretch out over 30 weeks. So if you got a wedding or something you got to get ready for, this is probably, or a show or a competition, this is probably not the route that you're going to want to take, because you're going to need to definitely drop weight quicker than that. But for people that are trying to do this for health, you're trying to just lose healthy weight, maintain your health while you're doing this, this is a great alternative for you, because it's going to allow you to be healthier about it. It's going to feel better psychologically with it. There's just going to be a lot of benefits that you're going to be able to see with this. But anyways, guys, that's it. Diet breaks. If you need to do your research on it, I'm going to drop a couple links at the bottom of the YouTube video for you, so you can actually do some reading up on it, and the link to the article on my website for it. But anyways, you guys have a great day. If you have any questions, reach out to us on YouTube. We'd always love to hear your comments and or any suggestions that you have. All right, take care, guys.